What is up, guys? Welcome to the channel. We are on the Rubicon Trail, but in this video we're not going to be hitting the Rubicon. That is a different video. We're going to be talking about winches and proper care and maintenance, starting with the first and foremost item, which is going to be tensioning your winch. That is right. When you buy a new winch, it is going to be all spooled up and you're going to think you're ready to go, but it is not. In fact, you have to tension your winch line before you start using it, and the reason behind that is it's just loosely wrapped on that spool. And when you start using it and pulling on it, it's going to be stretching that line because it's not pre-stretched, and it's going to basically mush into itself. And I have an example for that, which I'll show you right now. So when you use the line, it's going to mush, it's going to melt together, and it's overall going to destroy your synthetic line. That goes for a cable too, though. So if you have cable or synthetic, this applies to both. So we're going to show you the proper procedure right now to tension your winch, so you can be using it on the trails for years to come. I do have the worn winch right here with the Factor 55 Ultra hook. It's been working great for me. I just used it on the Rubicon just now. So without further ado, let's get started. Let's tension that winch. So the first step that you got to do is you got to put the spool into free spool. And if you come over here, you can see right there it says down for free spool, up for engaged. That's engaged. That's when your winch is going to work. That's free spool. So make sure you check your winch out, especially if you don't have a worn winch, to see which way is going to work for you. But free spool means you can just start pulling it and it spools. So you're going to pull your line all the way out, and you're going to keep going out until you have 5 wraps on the drum for cable and 10 wraps on the drum for synthetic, and I'll show you what I mean. So you're going to be looking through here at your winch as you're pulling out, and you're going to go till you have 10 wraps. That's basically 10 lengths around the drum. You're going to have anywhere between 60 to 100 feet of line on a typical winch. So right there we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right there. So now you're going to run your line out and you're going to hook it to a tree, another vehicle, whatever works. Make sure you hook it up safe though. So while my cameraman's moving his Bronco, I'm going to come up here. Now that I've spooled out the winch, I'm going to engage it. So we got tension on there. He's going to move his Bronco in place. I'm going to hook up to his Bronco, and then we're going to start the process of tensioning the line and making sure that it's all spooled up nicely and ready to be used. So once you get your Bronco in a straight, or your vehicle, sorry, in a straight line with whatever you're going to be pulling from, in this case I'm using my buddy's Bronco, hook up the line to the other vehicle. So after you've hooked up your line and it's safe and it's secure, back up on the vehicle that has the winch attached to it until there's some tension on the line. You're not trying to pull the other vehicle or the tree. You just want to have some good tension on the line. That's where you're tensioning it, so to speak. And then from here we're going to start the wind-up process, and we're going to go slow, 6 feet at a time, and we're going to keep checking our work throughout until we get to the last 6 feet. So like I said, we're going to start the wind-up process. There's some tension on the line. I'm going to be in drive, and I'm going to be in neutral, and I'm going to be pulling myself with the winch. I'm going to be going slow, about 6 feet at a time, and I'm going to keep coming out here and checking to make sure that it's spooling correctly on the winch. And I'm going to be lightly applying the brakes as I pull it. That way it tensions it as well and spools it and tensions at the same time, so to speak. So right there, we're going to tension the line, put the brake on, come out and check our work. So the camera will come in, and what we're looking is to make sure that it's spooling correctly on the drum. And it should be wrapping, you're not going to see it on the camera, but it should be wrapping on itself and making a nice little line, which it is. It's going perfectly. So we're going to keep going another 6 feet. And you keep repeating this process until you're done. All right, so coming back in here, put it back into neutral, start spooling. Lightly applying brake as needed. You're not trying to wrestle it. You're not trying to snap your line. Be gentle with it. You're just trying to have it, the winch, do the work. Keeping tension on the line. Like I said, every 6 feet or every car length, go out and check it. And every time you stop to check it, put the brakes on, give it a little bit of a winch in to apply tension, not too much, and go out and check your work. It's wrapping perfectly. And you just keep repeating this process over and over again, every 6 feet until you get to the last 6 feet, and then I'll show you what's next. So once you get about 6, 10 feet, that's gonna be the end. You want to keep it tight, and we're gonna disconnect, get a little bit of slack to take it off my partner's Bronco, and then we're gonna slowly winch it back in while leaning back on it, kind of, so to speak. So give it some slack. And then same thing, you're just gonna hold it real good. And that's how you tension your winch line. Now it's all nicely wrapped, everything's in its spot, and everything's pre-tensioned. So we're gonna be good to go for the next time we gotta pull ourselves out or pull someone else out. That's it, guys. Cool your ash, pack your trash, and remember, be safe out there.